Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like your reflection didn't match how young you feel inside? I recently met Sarah, a vibrant 65-year-old who told me something that broke my heart. "I've started avoiding mirrors," she confessed. "My hair makes me look 10 years older than I feel." The truth is, after 60, your hair changes. It might become thinner, grayer, or have a different texture than you're used to. But here's what many people don't realize. The right haircut can literally transform how you look and feel in minutes. Not years, not months, minutes. In this video, we're diving into 7 age-defying haircuts that can instantly make you look younger, feel more confident, and truly reflect the energetic person you are inside. These aren't just any styles. They're specifically designed to work with mature hair, enhance your best features, and minimize signs of aging. Some of these cuts might surprise you. Others might be styles you've considered but weren't sure about. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which style would work best for your face shape, hair texture, and lifestyle. You'll also learn how to communicate effectively with your stylist to get exactly what you want. Stay with me until the very end, because the last hairstyle is something that most people over 60 never consider. Yet it's often the most transformative option that can instantly take years off your appearance. Don't miss the final insight. It's one that most people overlook, yet it holds incredible power in predicting what lies ahead. These markers could completely reshape how you see your future and add valuable years to your life. If this has sparked your interest, show your support by hitting the like button, subscribing to our channel, and sharing this video with those you care about. Together, let's make informed choices for a healthier, longer life. Now, let's get started with the first rejuvenating haircut that can change everything about how you look and feel. Haircut number 1, the modern bob. One of the most universally flattering and youth-enhancing haircuts for women over 60 is the modern bob. This isn't your grandmother's dated bob. It's a fresh, contemporary take that can instantly lift your face and add movement to your hair. Let me tell you about Eleanor, a 67-year-old retired teacher who had worn the same shoulder-length style for decades. Her hair had thinned considerably over the years, and the weight of her longer cut was pulling her face down, emphasizing every line. When she finally decided to try a chin-length bob with subtle layers, the transformation was remarkable. Not only did her hair look instantly thicker, but the cut framed her face perfectly, drawing attention to her eyes rather than the areas she felt self-conscious about. The magic of the modern bob is in its versatility and how it works with, not against, mature hair. As we age, many of us experience some degree of hair thinning. A shorter cut immediately creates the illusion of fuller, thicker hair. The blunt ends of a bob give the appearance of density, while the right layers can add volume exactly where you need it. For the most youthful effect, consider a bob that hits somewhere between your chin and shoulders. This length is long enough to be versatile, but short enough to combat gravity's effects. Ask your stylist for soft layers around the face. This creates movement and can be angled to highlight your best features. If you have a round face, opt for a slightly longer bob that extends an inch or two below your chin. This elongates the face and creates a slimming effect. For those with long or thin faces, a chin-length bob with side-swept bangs can add width and balance to your proportions. The key to making this cut modern is keeping the edges soft, not severe. Hard lines can age you, while soft textured ends create a more youthful appearance. When styling, try using a round brush to create slight curves at the ends, rather than a completely straight look. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos that could help you look and feel your absolute best. Now, let's move forward to our second rejuvenating haircut. Haircut number 2, flattering layers with face framing. If you've been hesitant to make a dramatic change or simply love having longer hair, this next style is perfect for you. Strategic layers with face framing pieces can work wonders for creating a more youthful appearance while maintaining your length. Consider Margaret, a 72-year-old who had always worn her hair one length, falling midway down her back. While she loved her long hair, it had become noticeably thinner and lacked the volume she once had. The weight of her hair was dragging down her features, adding years to her appearance. When she finally tried a layered cut with shorter pieces that gently framed her face, The effect was transformative. Suddenly, her cheekbones were more pronounced, her eyes appeared brighter, and the layers created movement that made her hair look fuller and more vibrant. The beauty of this style is that it works with your natural hair texture rather than fighting against it. As we age, our hair texture often changes, becoming finer, coarser, or more unruly. Well-placed layers can enhance your natural pattern, whether your hair is straight, wavy, or curly. For the most flattering effect, ask your stylist for longer layers throughout the back and sides of your hair, with shorter face-framing layers that start around the cheekbones or chin. These shorter pieces around your face act like a soft, natural facelift, drawing attention upward and creating a youthful frame for your features. If you have a round face, layers that start below the chin will help elongate your face. For those with square faces, soft feathered layers around the jawline can soften angular features. Heart-shaped faces benefit from layers that add fullness at the jawline to balance a narrower chin. When styling layered hair, remember that movement is key. Instead of perfectly smooth, helmet-like styles that can look dated, embrace styles with gentle waves or soft movement. A texturizing spray on dry hair can add volume and separation to your layers, creating that coveted youthful bounce. One common mistake people make is assuming that layers always mean short, choppy pieces throughout your hair. Modern layering is subtle and strategic, designed to remove weight where needed while maintaining length and enhancing your natural texture. Communicate clearly with your stylist about wanting long, subtle layers rather than short, choppy ones that might be too youthful or trendy. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Now let's move forward to our third rejuvenating haircut. Haircut number 3, soft, side-swept bangs. One of the quickest ways to take years off your appearance is by adding soft, side-swept bangs to your current haircut. This simple change can create an instant facelift effect without the need for a completely new style. I recently worked with Catherine, a 68-year-old woman who was concerned about her increasingly visible forehead lines. She didn't want to resort to cosmetic procedures but felt self-conscious about the signs of aging on her forehead. When she decided to try side-swept bangs, the difference was remarkable. Not only did the bangs conceal the lines she was concerned about, but they also drew attention to her beautiful eyes and cheekbones, creating a more youthful balance to her features. Side-swept bangs work wonders for mature faces for several reasons. First, they provide a soft veil over the forehead, minimizing the appearance of lines or wrinkles without completely hiding your face. Unlike straight-across bangs, which can sometimes look severe, the diagonal line of side-swept bangs creates a gentle, flattering frame. They also draw the eye diagonally across the face, creating movement and a lifting effect. As we age, our features naturally begin to move downward, but the upward sweep of these bangs counteracts that downward pull, visually lifting the face. For the most flattering effect, ask your stylist for bangs that are longer on one side, gradually blending into the rest of your hair. The shortest point should hit around the middle of your eyebrow, with the longest point extending to your cheekbone or beyond. This length gives you flexibility. You can wear them swept to the side for a softer look or more forward on days when you want more coverage. If you have a high forehead, side-swept bangs can create more balanced proportions. For those with shorter foreheads, keeping the bangs on the lighter, wispier side prevents them from overwhelming your face. Round faces benefit from longer, more angular side-swept bangs, while square and heart-shaped faces look beautiful with softer, more feathered variations. When styling side-swept bangs, the key is to avoid heaviness. Use a small round brush to create a gentle curve rather than poker-straight bangs. A light hold styling product will help keep them in place without making them look stiff or unnatural. One of the best things about this style is its versatility. Side-swept bangs work beautifully with bobs, pixies, and longer layered cuts. They're also relatively low maintenance, as they grow out more gracefully than straight-across bangs, blending naturally into face-framing layers as they get longer. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Now, Let's move forward to our fourth rejuvenating haircut. Haircut number 4, the modern pixie. If you're ready for a truly transformative change that can take years off your appearance, the modern pixie cut deserves your consideration. This isn't the severe, ultra-short pixie of decades past. Today's versions are softer, more versatile, and incredibly flattering for mature faces. Let me tell you about Judith, a 74-year-old who had struggled with increasingly thin hair for years. No matter what products she used, her shoulder-length style looked flat and lifeless, aging her considerably. When she finally decided to try a pixie cut with longer, textured pieces on top, the transformation was nothing short of remarkable. Her fine hair suddenly looked fuller, her bone structure became a focal point, and her entire appearance was lifted and energized. The modern pixie works wonders for mature women because it turns potential hair challenges into assets. Thinning hair looks instantly thicker when cut short. Gray or silver hair becomes an elegant, sophisticated statement rather than something to hide. And the focus shifts from your hair to your face and specifically to your eyes, cheekbones, and smile. For the most youthful effect, ask your stylist for a pixie with longer layers on top, around 2 to 3 inches, that can be styled with some texture and movement. The sides and back should be shorter but not buzzed. A softer look is more flattering and feminine. Request some gentle face-framing pieces around the ears and nape to avoid a too severe look. If you have a round face, a pixie with more height on top and closer sides can create the illusion of a longer, more oval face shape. For those with longer faces, a pixie with fuller sides and softness around the forehead helps create balance. Square faces benefit from soft, wispy edges that gently soften the jawline. The beauty of today's pixie cuts is their versatility. With the right length on top, you can style it sleek and sophisticated for formal occasions, tousled and textured for a more casual look, or smoothly swept to the side for an elegant everyday style. A good pixie should work with your natural hair texture, not against it. Many women worry that a pixie cut will make them look masculine or too severe, but the key is in the details. Maintaining softness around the ears and nape, incorporating wispy edges rather than blunt lines, and keeping enough length on top for movement all contribute to a feminine, flattering result. Another benefit that many don't consider, a pixie cut dramatically reduces styling time. For active women over 60 who don't want to spend hours on their hair, this can be life-changing. Most pixie styles can be completed in under 5 minutes with just a small amount of styling product and perhaps a quick blow-dry for direction. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Now let's move forward to our 5th rejuvenating haircut. Haircut number 5, the textured lob, long bob. If you're looking for the perfect balance between short and long hair, the textured lob or long bob might be your ideal solution. This versatile shoulder-skimming style offers the best of both worlds, the movement and ease of shorter hair with the femininity and styling options of longer lengths. Consider Patricia, a 66-year-old who felt her mid-length hair was weighing down her features but wasn't ready for a shortcut. Her hair had become finer with age, and her once bouncy style now looked flat and lifeless. When she tried a textured lob that hit just at her collarbone with subtle layers throughout, the transformation was stunning. Her hair immediately looked thicker, her neck appeared longer, and her entire presence felt more vibrant and youthful. The lob is particularly flattering for women over 60 because it hits that sweet spot where the length still feels feminine and versatile, but it's not so long that it drags down your features. The collarbone length cut creates a beautiful frame for your face, while still being long enough to pull back on active days. For the most rejuvenating effect, ask your stylist for a lob that falls between your chin and collarbone, with subtle layers throughout to create movement and volume. The key word here is textured. You want pieces that move independently rather than a solid one-length cut. Request some face-framing layers starting around the chin to highlight your cheekbones and eyes. If you have a round face, a slightly longer lob that hits at the collarbone creates an elongating effect. Those with heart-shaped faces benefit from a lob with layers that add fullness around the jaw. Square-faced women should ask for soft, rounded layers around the face to soften angles. The textured lob works beautifully with all hair types, straight, wavy, or curly. If your hair is naturally straight, the layers will add movement and prevent the curtain effect that can happen with one-length cuts. For those with natural waves or curls, the layers enhance your pattern while removing bulk that could weigh down your style. When styling a textured lob, embrace products that add volume at the roots and separation through the ends. A volumizing mousse applied to damp roots, followed by a rough dry with your fingers, creates natural-looking lift. For a more polished look, use a medium-sized round brush to create gentle curves at the ends. Avoid ruler straight ends, which can look harsh against mature skin. One of the greatest benefits of the textured lob is its grow-out phase. Unlike shorter cuts that require frequent trims to maintain their shape, a lob can grow for months while still looking intentional and stylish. This makes it perfect for women who don't want to visit the salon every 4 to 6 weeks. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 5 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Now let's move forward to our 6th rejuvenating haircut. Haircut number 6, layered shoulder length cut. For those who prefer to maintain more length but still want a fresh, youthful look, a perfectly executed shoulder length cut with strategic layers can work wonders. This classic length gets a modern, age-defying update with the right technique. I worked with Barbara, a 70-year-old who had always loved her longer hair, but noticed it had become limp and flat over the years. Her one-length style was dragging down her features and aging her considerably. When she tried a shoulder-length cut with layers specifically designed to create volume and movement, she was amazed at the difference. Suddenly, her hair had the bounce and body she remembered from decades ago, and her entire face appeared lifted and more youthful. The shoulder-length layered cut is ideal for women over 60 who aren't ready to go short, but recognize that extra long hair might not be the most flattering option anymore. This middle ground length offers tremendous versatility. It's long enough to pull back when needed, but short enough to create lift around the face. For the most flattering effect, ask your stylist for a cut that hits right at or slightly below your shoulders, with layers that start around the chin or cheekbones and continue throughout the hair. These face-framing layers are crucial. They create movement around your face, highlight your best features, and prevent the heaviness that can drag down your appearance. If you have a round face, slightly longer layers that start below the chin create a slimming effect. For those with long or thin faces, layers starting at the cheekbones add width and balance. Heart-shaped faces benefit from layers that create fullness around the jawline, while square faces look softer with rounded layers that gently frame the face. The key to making this length look modern and youthful is movement. Your hair should never look stiff or immobile. That's a fast track to an aging appearance. Instead, the layers should create natural-looking volume and gentle movement that suggests vitality and energy. When styling, focus on creating lift at the roots and soft movement through the layers. A volumizing mousse applied to damp roots, followed by blow-drying with a round brush, creates flattering lift. Avoid rigid, perfectly smooth styles in favor of looks with some texture and natural-looking movement. One of the biggest advantages of this cut is its versatility. You can wear it straight for a sleek look, add waves for a more casual style, or pull it back for active days. This adaptability makes it perfect for women with busy lifestyles who want options without a lot of fuss. Another benefit is how well this style works with dimensional color. If you're embracing your grays or have transitioned to silver hair, layers create beautiful movement that showcases the dimension in your natural color. If you color your hair, strategic highlights around the face-framing layers can brighten your complexion and add youthful dimension. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Now let's move forward to our 7th and final rejuvenating haircut, the one that most people over 60 never consider, yet it can be the most transformative. Haircut number 7. The modern shag. Our final haircut might surprise you, but it's quickly becoming one of the most requested styles for women over 60 who want a contemporary, youthful look, the modern shag. Don't worry, this isn't the extreme mullet-like shag of the 1970s. Today's version is sophisticated, elegant, and incredibly flattering for mature women. Let me tell you about Diane, a 68-year-old artist who had worn the same conservative bob for decades. She wanted something that reflected her creative personality, but was still age-appropriate. When she tried a modern shag with soft layers and a gently textured fringe, the transformation was extraordinary. Not only did she look years younger, but her fine hair suddenly appeared thicker and more voluminous. The cut highlighted her cheekbones, drew attention to her eyes, and gave her an effortlessly chic vibe that perfectly matched her artistic spirit. The modern shag works wonders for women over 60 because it's specifically designed to create volume where many of us need it most, at the crown and around the face. The strategic layers remove weight from the ends, where fine hair can look stringy, and redirect it to the top and middle sections, creating natural-looking fullness and movement. For the most flattering effect, ask your stylist for a shag with layers that are longest around your face and shorter at the crown to create height. A soft, piecey fringe that can be swept to the side or worn straight across but never heavy completes the look. The ends should be textured but not overly thinned. You want enough weight to maintain shape while still having movement. If you have a round face, a slightly longer shag with side-swept fringe creates a slimming effect. For long faces, a shag with fuller sides and a soft fringe shortens the face visually. Heart-shaped faces benefit from layers that add width at the jaw, while square faces look softer with layers that create roundness and movement. The beauty of the modern shag is how well it works with natural texture. If your hair has natural waves or curls that have become more pronounced with age, this cut enhances them rather than fighting against them. If your hair is straight, the layers create natural-looking volume and movement without requiring a lot of styling. When styling a modern shag, less is more. This cut is designed to work with your natural texture, so heavy products or excessive heat styling often detract from its effortless appeal. A volumizing mousse or spray at the roots, followed by scrunching or a rough blow-dry with your fingers, is often all you need. For more definition, you can use a curling iron or wand to enhance a few pieces around your face. What many women over 60 don't realize is that the modern shag is actually lower maintenance than more structured cuts. The intentionally textured, piecey nature of the style means it doesn't have to be perfectly styled to look good. In fact, it often looks better with a bit of natural movement and lived-in texture, perfect for active women who don't want to fuss with their hair. Perhaps most importantly, this style grows out beautifully, meaning fewer trips to the salon. Because the layers are strategically placed and blended, there's no harsh line of demarcation as it grows. The style simply evolves into a slightly longer version of itself. As we've explored these 7 rejuvenating haircuts, I hope you've discovered that looking younger isn't about trying to recapture your 30-year-old self. It's about embracing who you are now with a style that enhances your current features and works with your hair's natural texture and density. The right haircut does more than just frame your face. It can transform how you feel about yourself. When you look in the mirror and see a reflection that feels vibrant, modern, and authentic, that confidence radiates outward in everything you do. Remember Sarah from the beginning of our video? After trying a textured bob with soft face-framing layers, she sent me a message that brought tears to my eyes. For the first time in years, I actually stopped to look at myself in store windows. I recognize the person looking back at me now. She looks how I feel inside. Whether you choose the classic elegance of a modern bob, the effortless chic of a textured lob, or the unexpected contemporary vibe of a modern shag, the key is finding a style that works with your unique features, lifestyle, and personality, not against them. When you visit your stylist, bring photos of the styles that appeal to you, but be open to their professional suggestions. A good stylist will consider your face shape, hair texture, and lifestyle to customize the cut specifically for you. Don't be afraid to discuss your concerns, whether it's thinning hair, unwanted frizz, or maintenance requirements. Remember that the most youthful look is one that feels effortless. Rigid, overstyled hair often ages rather than rejuvenates. Styles with movement, softness around the face, and natural-looking texture create a more vibrant, contemporary appearance. And finally, embrace your hair's natural texture. Fighting against your waves, curls, or straight texture requires more effort and usually results in a less natural look. The most beautiful styles work with what nature gave you, enhancing your unique qualities rather than trying to transform them completely. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share which of these haircuts you're most interested in trying, or if you've already found a style that makes you feel amazing. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.